It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, good evening. What's happening, everybody? Yes, it is showtime. Time for the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast, Central Time, West Coast Time. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. You and everybody you know, everybody that you like, everybody that you love, everybody that you just kind of like, really can't stand, folks you hate, aliens, doesn't matter. Tell everybody. Everybody, you say. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. Please like and share this and every episode. You got me? You with me? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let me get right into my monologue for today. United States Congressman Hal Rogers, old white dude from Kentucky. So you can kind of imagine, but I don't want to stereotype anybody, but you can kind of understand where I may be going with this conversation. So I don't know if you heard this information, this incident. So this U.S. Congressman from Kentucky, Hal Rogers, now, he's apologized to U.S. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, a black woman. She is a congresswoman from Ohio. I believe the Cleveland, Ohio area is her district. So this dude, Congressman Hal Rogers, poked Congresswoman Beatty in her back, and then he told her to kiss his ass. Yes, because she asked him to wear a mask on the U.S. Capitol subway system. Who knew that the U.S. Capitol had a subway system? I didn't know. But anyway, so this happened. Then he tweeted an apology. Then apparently he apologized to her. She accepted his apology. But I got a question. Congressman Rogers, dude. And I'm just thinking about this, because the more I think about it, I just have to pause. Because I really, I can say a lot of things, but, I want to be measured. Not really, but, I want to be fair. I do always want to be fair, but Congressman Rogers, I am looking into the camera, and I hope you're watching, and I just got to ask you one question. What made you think that it was okay for you to talk to a black woman or any woman or anybody like that, but especially a black woman? I've said it so many times, so many episodes. You can go back and binge watch some back episodes. The most disrespected, devalued, unprotected, unregarded person on the planet is a black woman. You see it so many times. They don't think much about black men, but black women are just unprotected, underrepresented, disrespected, devalued, unheard, unseen, more than anybody. So what made you, Congressman Rogers, what made you think that it was okay to poke a black woman in the back and then tell her to kiss your ass because she just asked you to put on a mask while you guys were in a subway, a crowded subway next to each other? Is that what we're doing in 2022? No, we're not doing that. What we're not going to do, we're not going to allow you to disrespect black women, period. In the Congress, in the Senate, on the street, in the supermarket, at work, at a sporting event, in the park, anywhere. We're just not doing that. We are not going to do that. So, Congressman Hal Rogers, you know what, everybody? I think that you all should let this man know how you feel. And you should call him and ask him what made him think that it was okay to disrespect a black woman, a fellow member of Congress. What made you think, why were you so comfortable to just tell her to kiss your ass and to poke her in her back? Now, I can imagine, I can speculate, I could guess, I can make an educated guess. Your privilege, your white privilege, your misogyny, sexism. I'm sure there's some racism somewhere thrown in there. You might deny it, but no, just reflexively to poke this congresswoman in the back and to tell her to kiss your ass. So you know what? Everybody that's watching me, all my viewers, I think that you should call, because I called earlier today. I got the voicemail. That's okay. Leave a message. His office is open from 8:30 to 5. And here's his number. 606 area code 679-8346. United States Congressman Hal Rogers, the 5th District of Kentucky, around Somerset, Kentucky. That's irrelevant. Here's the number though. Area code 606-679-8346. 606 area code 679-8346. Call him and ask him, what was he thinking? Why were you so comfortable? What made you think it was okay to poke a black woman in the back and then to tell her to kiss your ass? Because eventually, I don't know if you're up for re-election in November, we got the midterms coming, or in 2024, but what I do, as a matter of fact, you know what, wait a minute. In the House of Representatives. Now, the U.S. Senators, those are 6-year terms. But in the United States Senate, you have to be reelected every 2 years. So he's got an election coming up. So if you got anybody who lives in Kentucky, especially if they live in the 5th District, tell them to find out. Find out who's going to run against Congressman Hal Rogers and to make sure they vote against him and to call his ass and tell his ass that you're going to do everything you can, even if you had to donate money to his opponent. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we can kick your ass out of Congress since you told the black woman to kiss your ass. How about that? That's why it's so important to vote. Once again, I'm going to say it and say it again. Now's the time to make sure, check your registration. Make sure your registration is valid. Make sure they haven't kicked you off the voter rolls. If you moved, even if you haven't moved, make sure, and then make sure that 10, 15, 20 people, all the Divine Nine, all my fraternity and sorority brothers and sisters. I know you sorority sisters and you fraternity brothers, y'all are representing. So shout out to all the Divine Nine, all the black churches, all the Masons and Eastern Stars, everybody need you to make sure that you vote and then make sure that your registration is valid and make sure that 20 people that you know, family, friends, co-workers, whoever, cousins, make sure that they know, make sure that they check to make sure their voter registration, their voting status. Know your voting status. And if you haven't registered to vote, make sure you register. And if you've already registered to vote, make sure that they haven't played any funny games with your registration, because that's going on too. They're like randomly kicking hundreds of thousands of people off the voting rolls. And guess who the majority of those people look like? Yeah, like you and me. All right, so make sure you handle your business. Make sure you do that. Because President Biden, all the trouble he had, the child tax credit that didn't get extended, that extra $250, $300 a month per child that you got for the last 5-6 months of the year that ended in January, because you had dudes like Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema. It's like, well, I don't think, it's gonna hurt inflation, and I don't think some folks need it because they may use it to buy drugs and liquor and all that stuff. So you want to make sure everything that you want President Biden to do, all the stuff when it comes to universal pre-K and expanded health care, expanded Medicare coverage and Medicaid coverage for seniors and elderly people and folks that are on disability, for children. Like I said, that child tax credit money, those child tax credits that came to people's check, took 50% of the kids in poverty out of poverty. And what's happening now? So, once again, we can do this. We can change. You know, you really want to shake some stuff up. Guess what? I'm going to give you these names again. Here in the state of South Carolina State Representative Crystal Matthews is running to be the next United States Senator and the first black woman to be a U.S. Senator from the state of South Carolina. She's running against your boy, Tim Scott. Time for Tim Scott to go bye-bye. So long, Timmy. Bye-bye, Timmy. Just imagine if we could get, like I said, State Representative Crystal Matthews to be the next U.S. Senator from South Carolina. If we could get Congresswoman Val Demings, she's already in the U.S. Congress, U.S. Representative in Florida, to get Marco Rubio's punk ass up out of there to be the next U.S. Senator from the state of Florida. Because you got that crazy, wacky governor death sentence. So you need another U.S. Senator. Just imagine if President Biden, if he just had those two, the child tax credit money would continue. Everything else, universal pre-K, everything else that he wanted to do, all of that, it would be happening right now today. Oh, by the way, it's a brother in Pennsylvania, Malcolm Kenyatta, running to be the next U.S. Senator from the state of Pennsylvania. See, we got a brother named Gary Chambers Jr. You probably saw him on TV. The brother was smoking a joint to get attention, to decriminalize marijuana. How is it that we got thousands of black men sitting in prison, some like doing life for selling marijuana, and you got wealthy young white dudes making millions off of selling marijuana in certain states where marijuana is legal? They got cannabis farms, they got what they call dispensaries, which is like a fancy term for like a tavern. Like, you know, in the neighborhood, they got a tavern where you go and you can have a drink, sit at the bar. They don't call them taverns, they call them dispensaries. And you got folks making billions of dollars off marijuana. In the meantime, you got black men sitting in prison, some for life, for selling marijuana that's legal in so many states. So Gary Chambers Jr. is running to be the next United States Senator out of the state of Louisiana. You got Mandela Barnes running to be the next U.S. Senator in the state of Wisconsin to get rid of that wacky MAGA Ron Johnson dude. You got two, not one, you've got two black women running to be the next United States Senator from the state of North Carolina, just up the street from here. You got Sherry Beasley. She was a former state Supreme Court judge. Sherry Beasley and Erica Smith running to be the next U.S. Senator from this. As a matter of fact, guess what? You know, every state, now I don't know if both seats are open. I think only one Senate seat are open because, you know, each state has two senators, which is kind of weird because you got a state like California with like 40 plus million people with two senators. And Wyoming, state's got like 600,000 people and they got two senators, that's a different conversation. Just imagine, so if you could get either Sherry Beasley or Erica Smith to be the senator out of North Carolina, you could get Mandela Barnes to be the next senator from the state of Wisconsin, got my man Gary Chambers Jr. to be the next senator from the state of Louisiana. Then you could have Charles Booker, by the way. He is running to be the next U.S. Senator to beat Rand Paul, to get Rand Paul's punk ass out of there. In the state of Kentucky, that would be 4. You got Malcolm Kenyatta running to be in the U.S. Senate, to be the U.S. Senator from the state of Pennsylvania. That's 5. Not to mention you got Congresswoman Val Demings running to be the next U.S. Senator in Florida. That's 6. And right here in South Carolina, State Representative Crystal Matthews running to be the next U.S. Senator from the state of South Carolina. That is 7. Can you imagine if we elected 7 black senators? If you could add 7 black senators, it would make the MAGA mindless people. I want to be nice, but I really don't. The MAGA cult, it would make the head explode. 7 U.S. senators? 7? Because how many senators? Really, guess what? We have 1 black senator, 1 black person in the United States Senate. I know some folks may argue, it's like, gee, is it really black? Well, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, but technically, Tim Scott is a black man. Now I know what you're saying. I get it. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We can look black, but doesn't mean that we don't support policies and that we don't vote. We don't vote for policies that are anti-black, because that's real. That does happen. But if we added 7 black senators to the United States Senate, man, Joe Biden, he wouldn't have to worry about Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema. They could go on and just go on and be Republican, do what you want to do anyway. Go ahead. Bye. We don't miss you. It could happen. And we, and you and me, we can make that happen. Make sure you register to vote. Make sure everybody you know is registered to vote. Make sure you get like 20 people personally. Go out, get them. If you got to take them to the polls, bug them, drive them, whatever you got to do. Make sure they are registered and make sure they show up to vote. And if they get 20 more people to show up to vote, and tell them, show and let them see this show. Email it to them. Send them the link on YouTube. Tell them to watch it on their phone, their tablet, their big smart TV. They can watch it in their salon. They got a hair salon. Watch it in the barber shop and the hair salon. Watch it instead of watching the Super Bowl. Watch this Sunday. Play this back. Run this show back on Sunday night. Instead of supporting the Super Bowl, which is a whole nother conversation. We can do this. We absolutely, and guess what? Like the whole MAGA crowd, the MAGA cult, they know it too. That's why they flipping out. That's why they going crazy. That's why they storming the U.S. Capitol and they're trying to pass laws to make it harder for black people and people of color to vote, because they know that we have the power to do this thing right and to make it fair for everybody. 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 Not just some people. Everybody. We can make that happen. Thank everybody for watching. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. Please like and share this and every episode. Copy the link. Send it to somebody. Tell them to check out the show. As a matter of fact, when I'm on camera live, I have a live chat room that's open. Shout out to my mom. My mom is always watching. Shout out to my mom. She said, yes, she said, we need some senators. We need some more senators. Yes. And we can have 1 black senator. It's about time. 7 would be nice out of 100. Like, damn. Really? Out of 100, you got 1 black senator? It's about time for 7. I say it's about time for more. I'd say about 15 or 20 would be cool, but 7 would be a good start. So let's make that happen, because we can absolutely, positively make that happen. Shout out to Mr. Mark L. Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, Kelby Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones and Bruce Gage, the official wardrobe consultants and stylists for the Geno Jones Show. Allie Jones is on Instagram. Her Instagram is so underscore is that line below in the front, underscore Lexi, Lexxie space Nicole Designs. And Bruce Gage, he's on Instagram also. Check out his Instagram page. As a matter of fact, this blazer is courtesy of Mario Uomo. That's his personal clothing, like couture line, clothing line, custom clothing line, Mario Uomo. As a matter of fact, see? Mario Uomo. I don't know if you can read that. Mario Uomo right there. Check him out on Instagram. It's Miglio di Mario Uomo. So that's MIGILIODIMARIOUOMO. It's an Italian name. So it's pronounced Miglio di Mario Uomo, but it's like the D's DI. But I digress. Or you can just search. You can just, whatever your search engine is, if you use Google or Bing or whatever, or Alexa or Siri, whoever, just search Bruce Gage, Gage on Instagram. Check out his Instagram page. Every day he is adding new fashions for the winter. So he's got fall, winter 2022, 21-22. And pretty soon you're going to see his spring collection for 2022. He's always like a year and a half, 2 years ahead of what you're going to see in Macy's and all the other stores. All right. Once again, thank you for watching so much. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. live. In the meantime, if you missed some of the show, if you came in halfway through this show, you can go back and binge watch, go back, run it back, run the whole show back, check it out, go back and binge watch. Last night's show was on fire. Last night, no, dear white people, no, hell to the no, no, you cannot use the N-word. No, Joe Rogan, no, you cannot, no, dear white people, you cannot use the N-word. I don't care how many times you've heard a black person use it. I don't care how many times you've heard Drake or Jay-Z or Snoop Dogg or NWA or Dr. Dre use it on a CD or on your music that you downloaded on your phone or whatever. No, your ass cannot use the N-word. And I explained to you why on last night's show. So make sure you check that out. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Mother, you know I love you more than life itself. Glad you're feeling better. One more thing before I get out of here. I'll see you live tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. As always, I leave you with this. Be blessed. Thanks for watching again.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.